So ArtFight's coming up, and I should have made this video sooner. So here's me just making refs, because let's be honest, that's the majority of ArtFight prep. Let me go ahead and explain ArtFight for anyone who doesn't know what it is. It's kind of exactly what it sounds like. Basically, during the month of July, you are split into teams. You attack the other team by drawing their characters and vice versa. At the end of the month, whichever team has the most points wins. Understandable enough? Good. Okay. And at this point, I've got 2 refs done, and I have 15 left to do, so along with wanting to do a bunch of art for Pride and such, June is busy. I also have other things to do, like character permissions and redoing descriptions, but that's definitely not as time-consuming as making refs. Speaking of refs, this is one of 2 that I've actually done so far. This is Alani, my lovely pure sandwing. No, she's not a hybrid, they just have funky colors. I didn't design them. I think that's important to mention. Anyway, he's my baby, my bean. I love them so much. She's got trauma. Yippee! They used to be an assassin, but now any thoughts of violence reminds them of their past, so he's kind of paranoid as well, thinking dragons who knew his victims would come after him, or worse, dragons who are also assassins who knew her when she was one would find them as well. Oh yeah, lore. Anyway, back to ArtFight. I want to give a few tips on preparing, starting with refs because it can be exhausting to get them all done in time. Get the refs done way before ArtFight. Not too soon though, because you may want to redo them if it starts looking bad. I know from experience, trust me, you will get burned out if you do all the refs right before ArtFight. Do them throughout the year, spaced out. And if you really run out of time or are just really unmotivated, you could use an already existing art piece, as long as it's unshaded and shows the design decently. Or not. If it's just an idea, maybe that's enough for other people to interpret. And don't make it too complicated. You may want to make a new ref for every character, but you don't have to. Only really make a new ref if the design has changed, or if just really old art and it kind of sucks. You also don't even need to upload every single character. You can just put up a few. Also, the way you actually want to do refs, you want the character to be in a fairly simple pose, though you can still get a little creative with it, and it has to be unshaded. If you shade a ref, the colors may be a little off. If the design is asymmetrical, you may want to mirror the ref and color each side differently. I typically don't include color palettes unless the colors aren't pickable, like with fade. I didn't include anything here because every faded color also appears solid somewhere else. I like to include the name of the character along with pronouns, and something I want to start doing is flags. I already did this with my Sona, but that was my first time doing so. You can also include design notes in the ref. I usually don't, but sometimes I will. But let's talk about descriptions. Mostly character descriptions. My user description is fairly simple. So are my character descriptions too, I guess. But for my user, I basically just exist. I like to include past teams. You can get these like so. I also have a little disclaimer saying that I will be uploading all of the art I received to Toy House. If you don't have Toy House, then this isn't an issue. I also put how long I've been doing ArtFight. During the fight, I usually have a team template. If you don't know what I'm talking about, here are some past team templates. I don't have one right now because the teams haven't been revealed yet, but there's official ones, and there's also a bunch of fan-made ones, like this one I used last year, made by Rekka Keith. Hope I pronounced that right. I still have issues every time I have to add the image to the descriptions, though they have changed the coding and stuff, so maybe it'll work for me this time. And my second and final ref for the video. I had another one, but apparently it didn't actually record. This is Finri. Yeah, weird name, I know, but I like it. He's a sinner who resides in the Hazbin Hotel universe. His soul is owned by my other main Hazbin character, Callie, but I'm not talking about her right now, so Finri is kind of miserable. Callie isn't the worst overlord, but still. He eventually actually wants to help her after she spirals into a pretty dark place. She keeps pushing him away, but still. This is his second colored artwork by me, and his design didn't change too much. Same general vibe, just a little different. He likes coffee. For characters, I have a formula for descriptions. Species, pronouns, orientation, further base knowledge. Then I put some info, little facts and such. Then design notes. I like to put Toy House links on them, but that's just for more info and images. Obviously, if you don't have a Toy House, then you can't really put links. And ArtFight has this, the light version, which has prompted people to change the text color. I do this. I just make it a nice gray, but you can do whatever. Anyway, for character permissions, it really depends on what you want, because that's why they're there. these are my character permissions. I'm obviously fine with a lot of stuff, but there are a few things I don't want. I kind of have the mindset of if it doesn't say no, it's okay for my permissions, but with others, I would typically ask. Actually, no, I wouldn't, because I'll just play it safe. I would absolutely recommend looking at other people's permissions. I always forget other people don't know what I know, so it's definitely helpful to see others and go, oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. But if you're going to heavily reference or straight up copy paste, I would probably ask for permission. You should probably also add tags, or not. I mean, it's up to you, I guess. I feel like I always tag in the weirdest ways, but whatever. Something that is relatively new to ArtFight is character links. Similar to Toy House if you're already familiar with that. If not, it's just putting two characters together that know each other, I guess? I don't know. I've never used the links on Toy House, though I probably should. I did, however, link my characters on ArtFight recently. I should probably go on Toy House and link my characters. Another part of your preparation could be bookmarking characters. I usually don't do this until ArtFight starts, and I usually just bookmark the character, then immediately draw them, so it's kind of pointless. But I've actually bookmarked a few characters this time, but only for specific ideas. But I won't show them in case the owners of those characters see this. Okay, I think that's it. Maybe other people have different techniques on ArtFight prep, but this is pretty much what I do. I hope this was helpful. I still have so much to do, though. I wanted more speed paints for this video, but I must go draw refs now. Bye.